Hey guys, I'm gonna wait for a second just to see who's popping on in the actual live. Just give me 1 second. Let me just make sure I'm live because I decided to go live everywhere, and this is like the first time I did this with um everything. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see here. All right. As you guys are hopping on, just say hi to me. I want to make sure that everybody's checking this live out. It's so important. I'm super excited about this. Um, it's something that I've been working on for quite a long time. And I know it's something that people need. So in case you guys don't know who I am, because again, I'm sharing this everywhere. My name is Emily Roman, and I am the CEO of the Foundry Collective. I own a business consultancy, and basically what we do is digital marketing, social media, funnels. We help you launch, and we do also business operations. We create systems that are scalable for marketing purposes. And for, I would say like last year was a pivotal moment for me and my business. I went from essentially being a solopreneur to having a team of experts. And I went from having inconsistent $3,000 months to making high 5-figure months in a very short span. And as I've been kind of like looking at everyone talk about what's happening in today's landscape, like, the coronavirus, the pandemic, the economy, I started thinking about what made me successful and like what were the things that allowed me to not just be successful when it comes to numbers and revenue, but also have stability in my life. And just, I mean, when I tell you my life completely changed last year, it's no joke. Like, we were essentially about to lose our house. I was pregnant. I literally grew this business with a baby on my boob. And the steps that I took were very, very simple steps. It wasn't like this, I don't know, it wasn't like these crazy elaborate marketing tactics that you always talk about. Like, it wasn't the funnel. It wasn't having 10,000 Instagram followers. It wasn't having 1,000 or more emails on your email list. I had none of that. What I did was simply outreach, and I did it in such a way that whenever I hit up somebody that was interested in my services, I was able to close them. I mean, my closing rate is extremely high. And ever since then, like, I even got into a mastermind, and I had coaching, I did courses. I was stuck in this situation where I thought that maybe the key to growing a business, the key to being successful was all of this information. But then when I look back, I realized that it was just these really simple steps that you need to take in order to be successful. And nowadays, with everything that's happening, a lot of people that have been, maybe you had your 9 to 5 and you had a side hustle. Maybe you are a solopreneur, but you're concerned about losing clients, or maybe you've lost clients and you are concerned about what's going to happen tomorrow. I think that the tactics that actually work today are the very, very simple tactics. It's the ability to go and do outreach, because money is not gone. The money hasn't disappeared. I think people are just looking for ways to actually have safety, to be certain that if you actually are going to invest in something, it's actually going to provide you safety, certainty. It's actually going to give you a return on investment. And it's really interesting that the landscape has changed in this way, because honestly, that's how it should always be. Even before the pandemic, even before the virus, even before the economy just taking a complete shift, it should always be about providing value. We should always be putting the best of ourselves at the forefront and offering the best that we can. And I think that that's one of the things that actually made me successful, so successful to the point that I am today, where I still have a team of people. We're thriving. Like my business, my firm is thriving. We're not losing clients. We're not losing money. As a matter of fact, we're expanding. We're developing new products. We're looking for ways to help more people. And we wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have revenue coming in. Like none of this could happen if you don't have revenue coming in. And so I think that is really interesting that now, just the landscape has changed. I have a client who does podcasting, and she interviews amazing people. In fact, she's one of my mentors, and she interviewed this guy who released this research on the economy and how the economy is shifting. Obviously, we're looking, if you look at the news, it's no surprise, a lot of businesses have closed. A lot of people have basically just, lost their jobs, and it's kind of crazy out there. But interestingly enough, the consumer behavior has also changed in a manner of like days, right? So what was attractive back then, which was, the status of like, actually, you're selling status, like the whole Lambos, the yachts, the traveling, the ability to have all these fancy stuff, like the name brand purses and all that other stuff. That marketing is gone. Like the materialistic, superficial marketing is gone, and people now are looking for more substantial value. They're looking for substance in what they actually consume. So if you're a business owner who is still trying to market in a way that you're trying to sell status, you're going to have a rude awakening soon. And I'm not saying it to be mean, and I'm not saying it so that you feel like, you feel scared. You just have to pivot, and you have to really start thinking about what you can actually provide as value. Like, how valuable can you be in this economy? That's just kind of like, that's what it boils down to. So I started thinking about everybody that follows me, because if you guys don't know, and this live is also in my Facebook group. If you guys don't follow me intimately at Inside Soul and Success, which is the Facebook group that I like, where I share everything. Like I don't have any limits about what I share there. It's free. If you're a female entrepreneur, join the Soul and Success group so that you can be part of the tribe. But if you follow me there, there's a lot of people who are service providers and business owners that are currently trying to figure out how to, make revenue, how to have a cash injection in their business. And I thought, maybe what I can give them is the exact steps that I take when I need a cash injection, the exact steps that I take when I need to fill my roster with clients. I do the system still to today. Like I just did it like last week, and I got a couple of people wanting to work with me. And this system is super, super simple. I'm going to show you kind of like what it is right now, because I'm super excited about it. Yesterday, I launched it to my email list, and a couple of people already bought. And I want you guys to have the opportunity to actually take advantage of this, because the pricing is ridiculous for everything that I give. So it's called the Prospect Pathfinder, and I'm just going to show you guys exactly what it is. And I am going to give you the URL. So if you guys go to bit.ly/Prospect Pathfinder, you will be able to get access to the actual offer. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this is like a huge pitch, long pitch. I'm not going to do that. I just want you guys to know that there is an option for you to get your next client in 10 days or less. I've done it multiple times. I've seen other service providers do it multiple times. I see service providers do exactly this system like every single day. Like I wake up, I turn on my computer, and I see successful service providers do this all of the time. You just got to figure out exactly what those steps are. And I'm going to share it in this Prospect Pathfinder program. So let me share my screen. If I know how to do this, if I can figure out how to do this. All right, let's see. Okay, So let me know, guys, if you're able to see the screen here. Let me just 1 second. Let me just make sure that you guys are able to see this. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So we are good. So the Prospect Pathfinder is literally my way of helping you get your next client in 10 days or less. And again, this is a simple and repeatable process. So you can get your next client in 10 days or less, or you can repeat that and like rinse and repeat this process as many times as you want until you book yourself out. But one thing that I do recommend though is that if you are just starting out and you're struggling with getting your first couple of clients, don't book yourself out. Make sure you build your systems first to be able to withstand actually serving your clients, because you don't want to get into a situation where you're burning out and you're just not serving people how you're supposed to. So just a warning, do not get yourself booked out if you're just starting out. This is so that you can get a baseline revenue for your business. This repeatable process, if you master it, you can do it every single month and can basically guarantee yourself a paycheck every single month. And the reason, and you may be asking, hey, Emily, why are you offering this when you are known as a social media manager or a digital marketer? I'm offering this because this is what people need right now. And I want to make sure that the people that follow me and are actually looking and to me for answers are getting what they need. Right now, you don't need to have 7 figures in your bank account. Yes, that sounds amazing. That sounds like the dream life. What you need right now is certainty. You need safety. You need to make sure that you're able to pay your bills every single month. So that's what I'm helping you get right now. Okay. So if you're the kind of person, maybe you got laid off, maybe you're working from home, maybe you've been thinking about working from home or finding a way to like transfer your skill sets into the online world. Maybe you're just like discovering what funnels are and the digital nomad life. Maybe you're already a solopreneur and you've gotten your feet wet, but you haven't really been able to tell your family, hey, I found a new way to make money, because it's not certain and you're not getting consistent sales every day or every month. This is the answer to all of that. These steps that I put together, like I packaged it in a way that is so freaking simple. You just wake up every day, you do a couple of things, and then boom, you just repeat that process every single day for 10 days. And in 10 days or less, I assure you, you're going to get at least some people actually wanting to get to know you more, or wanting to actually book a call with you. So then that way you can close them. So just a little bit about me. Basically, I don't know if you guys knew this, but before I actually started my agency and all of the stuff that I do now, I was a business analyst for a Fortune 500 company, and my annual income was $35,000, and I make that in a month now. And I've been able to do that through the system that I'm sharing with you guys today. Like, this is the reason why now I am able to, do a lot of things and I'm not going to talk about the traveling. I'm not going to talk about any of that, but just to give you guys a side story, last year, and that's my baby in the background. Last year, we were about to lose our house. It was the very beginning of the year. And as I started going through the motion and I actually got this system in place for me, I was able to obviously keep the house, but also we built a second floor apartment to the house. So that way, if something happened to me, because my husband, even though I love him so much, he doesn't really know what I do. He doesn't really he can't do what I do online. So I was able to build my first safety net, if you would say, by building a second floor apartment in my house. So that way we ensure that no matter what we do, we're still getting revenue and we're still able to pay our mortgage, and we won't lose our home, and my baby can have a house, a roof under her head, over her head. So that's the first thing that happened to me. And the second thing is, through being able to build relationships with my clients and, getting to know people and showing them that I actually knew what I was doing and telling, and obviously providing good business, I was able to find a business partner. And now I have a second company that gives me an additional salary on top of the firm. So there are so many different things that can come out of actually following the Pathfinder program. That this is the reason why I'm actually sharing this with you guys, because I'm really tired of seeing people talk about these silver pills and just talking about how the agency model works and giving you guys these marketing strategies, when in reality what you need to learn how to do is go find your clients and figure out where they're at and actually speak to them. If you actually learn the foundations first, then all those marketing strategies, all the elaborate marketing strategies that you're signing up for, the masterminds, all of that is basically cherry on top. Honestly, that basically fuels the fire that you're already actually creating for yourself. So anyways, I'm not gonna do a whole pitch on this. I want you to go in there, read the process, read what it has. There are several bonuses and that I'm just gonna disclose here because honestly, you're gonna get your money's worth and even and 10 times some. Okay. So you get the Prospect Pathfinder program. You get workbooks so that you can, hold yourself accountable. So you have like a guiding hand on throughout the whole 10 days. You get my case study. You're going to understand and discover how I was able to go from charging $12 an hour to making $40,000 a month. But honestly, even before the $12 an hour, I charge once $1 per blog post to get my feet wet. And I go through that whole story. Why did I do that? How did I build my portfolio to the point that, I got people like Stephen Larson, MIG. I even work with Marley and Rachel Peterson. I mean, I work with really high-end clients now, but you have to understand how to get your portfolio right first before you get to those people. So I teach you how to build your portfolio. And on top of that, I give you over 75 places where you can find clients right now. That it's more like 80 actually. So like we went all out, and this list of stuff, like list of places, is actually we're gonna update it continuously. It's not just the 75 plus. We're gonna update this every single month for you guys, because we find that just like the world is going online. And so content is being created consistently, and we are going to want to make sure that we update this for you guys because things change. And we want to make sure that you have all these places where you can start actually getting your projects in. You can start pitching to people. So we have over 75 places for you to look for work right now. On top of that, I want to make sure that this program, you learn it and then you actually implement. So you're going to have me for 7 days in your inbox. So I'll be dropping in every day for 7 days, and I'll give you extra tips on how to actually pitch, on how to send messages without having those messages go into the other folder. I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, you don't want to get ignored. I'm also going to teach you how to sell with grace and feel like you're actually serving people. This is something that I struggled with for a very long time. I'm not a salesy type of person. Although, to be honest with you guys, if we look back at my trajectory and my corporate experience, I used to be one of the top salespersons at a wholesale level for voice over IP products. And so I learned a lot of things. I learned about customer service. Like I'm going to teach you how to do this in a way that is comfortable for you. So you're not going to feel like you're, just being sharky and, just all that stuff that we're not really into. Then I'm also going to throw in a pitch swipe file. So basically you just have to copy and paste the pitch. You want to make sure that you give it your own sauce, and you can use these files for Facebook and LinkedIn. These are the same exact swipe copy that I use to do this faster, because this program is not going to be an end all be all. Like, it's not going to be a quick hack or a quick shortcut to get your clients. It's a 10-day program. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to show up. If you don't show up and you don't do the work, you're not going to get that client. So, that's just the way that it is. But I do want to help you minimize the time that you're taking to actually figure out what to say. So I threw in my site files too. And then obviously, if you're doing all of this and if you're pitching and you're trying to make connections with people and you want people to get to know you, you have less than 60 seconds to actually get somebody like to pay attention to you and just be interested in what you have to say. So you want to make sure that you have a portfolio that you can throw in. If you don't have a website, you don't have to have a website for this, by the way. You don't have to have a landing page. You don't have to have a crap ton of followers. You do have to have, though, or I recommend getting a portfolio. Even if you don't have testimonials and things like that, even if you're just starting out, you want to make sure that you go in with the big guns. So I threw in 5 portfolio templates that you can edit in Canva really easily. We got tutorials for that as well. And you can just basically, plug and play your brand, put your about page, and we go through everything. So this is everything that's included in it. And there's a couple of other things as well. Like, you might be asking, like, okay, well, what if I am an e-commerce? What if I'm not a service provider? And will this work for me? One of the things that I teach in the Prospect Pathfinder program is how to look for other opportunities, even if you're not a service provider. So for example, if you're in the e-commerce space, how would you use the Prospect Pathfinder to your advantage? Is by actually getting to know people and making connections with them and listening. And this is the beginning of listening to your market. Like, this is how you actually get that information that you need so that you can actually transform that information into data and create your marketing program, your marketing strategy. So this program is for coaches, service providers, VAs, copywriters, social media managers. You can use it for e-commerce as well, health coaches, cooks, restaurants, any business that is currently trying to get online. It will teach you how to find customers and, more importantly, how to build relationships, okay? Which right now, it may seem really like, obviously because we're in isolation and we're not able to like see people like in person, but it's so important that you make relationships and that you establish those relationships and that you nurture them, because relationships is what makes a sustainable business. And we're not talking about making 7 figures here. We're talking about creating a sustainable business, a business that serves you, a business that you feel comfortable and confident with, a business that will be able to pay your bills consistently, and you won't have to worry about what happens tomorrow. Okay. So if you need more support on the program, like let's say you want to celebrate your wins, or if you have a question about like how to do this, or if you're stuck with something, you can go to the Facebook group, Soul and Success. Everything is going to, the support is going to happen inside Soul and Success. I'm not having a separate private Facebook group for this. All you have to do is #Pathfinder, and my team and I, we're going to support you in that group, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that you guys get support, but also inspire other people to actually take the steps that you need to take, which are very, very basic, simple, easy to implement, and repeatable. So I want this to be something that actually works for you, and I want to make sure that we're able to provide you the support that you need. So yeah, that's the Prospect Pathfinder, guys. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or just want to ask me something privately, feel free to send me a message. And I have to go to an actual interview in the next couple of minutes. I'm gonna actually have Dr. Kelly Shockley, in my Soul and Success group, and we're going to be talking about how to avoid burnout as an entrepreneur. And this is super important. I don't know if you guys know this, but I want to make sure that, again, we build a business that serves you or me. Like, I don't want, last year I was in this rush to get somewhere, and I really didn't know where I was going. I had to detox. I had to really come back to basics and really remember the reason why I did what I did when I decided to leave my corporate job. And I I realized that being passionate and feeling fulfilled and being able to spend time with your loved ones and knowing that you are able to pay your mortgage and your bills and have savings account and feel like you're comfortable is so, so important. You don't have to answer to anyone. You don't have to feel like you're stretched thin. You don't have to feel like you have to work like endless nights on things. That's what life it should be about. That's what healthy business or healthy entrepreneurship should look like. And I want to make sure that the people that are following me understand that if you want to follow me, you're not going to get the Lambos, you're not going to get the yachts, you're not going to get me with Rolex and like handbags, and you're not going to hear from me the crap that we're hearing lately about money and about all this other stuff. Because at the end of the day, what is really important is being able to spend time with your loved ones and making sure that you're healthy both mentally and physically. Nothing else should matter. Money comes when you are passionate about what you do, when you feel fulfilled, and when you feel enlightened. And you can only get that by being happy and content where you're at. So, and safe. And so it's really interesting that all of this is happening the way that it is. I think that the people that are about providing good business, I feel like the people that are about providing substance, the people that don't have a secondary agenda other than actually helping people change their lives and reinvent themselves and transform people into the versions that they've always had here and here, are the people that are going to win. And I am stepping up to the plate. I know that last year I was quiet because I was in a different mindset. I was looking for something and I didn't know what that was. And I was rushing to get there. I realized what I have to do now, and I am going to serve you guys to the best of my ability. There are some bonuses in there too. There is another product that I am offering once you buy the actual program, and that's the onboarding files. That is not 100% complete yet, but if you do buy, I will send you an additional email and I'll tell you exactly when that's going to be done. We're projecting that it will be done by tomorrow. But I want you guys to understand something. This product, if you guys have any issues, if you guys need to be pushed, if you guys need to be held accountable, if you guys need more clarity, if you guys need me to like hold your hand and like push you to get that client, push you to get that stability in your business, I'm here. I am not going to go away. I'm not that kind of person that is going to be like, oh no, you got to like, pay me thousands of dollars a month to get you there. No, I'm going to get you there and we're going to get through this together. Okay. And I want you guys to just feel comfortable in knowing that I can guarantee that I'm going to show up for you guys. So anyways, that's all I got to say. I got some comments. I will reply to you guys. It says, this has so much value. Thank you, Teresa. Love you. I got to go, guys. I have a presentation. If you guys want to hear Dr. Kelly talk about how to avoid burnout in this current moment with everything that's happening, go to Soul and Success, go to Facebook, go to my group, Soul and Success. Come join over 500 entrepreneurs who are already wanting to build a business that serves them. And we'll talk soon. Bye.